So, my name's Ben, and I came out as transgender quite late on in life, so in my late 30s. I didn't know what transgender was. I had no idea until much later on in my life. So I always knew I was different, and I didn't know why, and I didn't know how exactly, but I knew, and I don't think I really got the most out of a lot of my life because of being trans but not knowing. So my journey in terms of coming out to everybody, I think that's the biggest step for me, and I think it probably is for a lot of trans people out there. I came out to my best friend first of all, and that was quite hard because we've known each other since we were about 6 years of age, but she was brilliant, you know. She said, I don't care, you know, I love you for you, and that's it. And that gave me a real boost, and I thought, you know, I can do this. And then I started telling my family, and I've been really lucky because they've been so supportive. So when I was first transitioning, I didn't look how I look now, I didn't sound how I sounded now, but I identified as male, so I didn't feel comfortable using female bathrooms. So I would use male bathrooms, and I would get a lot of grief from other guys asking me why I was in there. So then it made me really nervous, so I started using female bathrooms, but then I'd get grief from people in there as well. And I was like, and then it just got to the point where if I was going out publicly, I used to make sure that I got home early so that I didn't have to use the bathroom when I was out, and you shouldn't have to feel like that. I made the best of the situation as it was, and I still enjoyed things in life, but I didn't realise my potential of enjoyment until I discovered that I wasn't the only one out there that felt like that. And I think that's really, really important, and that was a game changer for me, because had it not been for that discovery, and it was online, and it was like that light bulb moment, and I was like, wow. You know, I didn't feel alone, but I still didn't have the courage then to, you know, I spent a lot of years living my life as somebody else, essentially. I didn't know about the NHS offering services for people like me. I had no idea. Being brutally honest, the referral process for me, and I think for a lot of others, it's just way too long. For me personally, and I guess I could probably speak for a lot of other people as well, you have to jump through a lot of hoops, and I waited 2.5 years for my very first appointment, and that was after having to go to the GP. I mean, I've got no qualms with the treatments that I've had, and I was referred to the Leeds gender service, and everybody that I've dealt with there have been brilliant. Like, I can't fault them. You know, they've been understanding, sympathetic, but just know that once you are in the system, and once you have got the referral process going, you're there, okay? Just, for me, it was just like, okay, stick with this, you're gonna get there, and I am getting there. I mean, I'm not completely done with everything in terms of surgery and stuff. Regardless of how I've lived for X amount of years, I wanna live my life for me now, not for everybody else. I'm 1,000 times happier than I was this time 3 years ago.